All right, folks, it's karma time, and Elon Musk's getting served. Remember how he cheered on Trump's hostile takeover of our government, and how he laughed about Social Security being a Ponzi scheme, as Rolling Stone pointed out? Well, now his biggest foreign market, China, is saying bye-bye, Elon. China's slapped a 125% retaliatory tariff on U.S. goods, thanks to Trump's insane 145% tariffs. They're basically laughing in our faces, calling Trump's tariffs a joke. And guess who's caught in the crossfire? Elon Musk, who can't sell Teslas in China anymore. And it gets worse. Europe's boycotting Teslas. Sales are a fraction of what they used to be. Even here in the US, Tesla sales are tanking, and those Tesla protests are getting bigger every weekend. As Fortune points out, Trump's tariffs are backfiring on Musk, with Tesla pulling US-built models from China. They've stopped taking orders for the Model S and Model X there, leaving customers with only the cars already in inventory. Meanwhile, guess who's doing great? The Chinese electric vehicle company BYD. Their shares are soaring, and China and Europe are making deals to bring Chinese EVs into the European market. So, as Tesla's market share shrinks, we're seeing BYD and other Chinese EVs rise. And get this, China's actually investing in clean energy, something the MAGA Republicans here call a Green New Scam, which Trump mocked during his campaign. Now, the chickens have come home to roost for both Trump and Musk. Apparently, Musk was begging the Trump regime not to impose these tariffs, but they didn't listen. And now, even members of Trump's cabinet are turning on him, leaking how annoying they find him, how much they despise him, and how they just want him gone. He is just a very annoying person. Let me play this clip where Elon Musk says he hopes the US and Europe move to a zero-tariff situation. Really, Elon? You enabled this mess, and now you're getting your just desserts. Play this clip.
And I'm hopeful, for example, with the tariffs, that at the end of the day, I hope it is agreed that both Europe and the United States should move, ideally, in my view, to a zero-tariff situation, effectively creating a free trade zone between Europe and North America. That would be that's what I hope occurs. And also more freedom of people to move between Europe and North America, if they wish. If they wish to work in Europe or wish to work in America, they should be allowed to do so, in my view. So that has certainly been my advice to the president.
All right, let's talk about this brewing feud between Elon Musk and Peter Navarro, one of Trump's top economic advisors. So, Navarro's been hitting up Fox News and other right-wing media outlets, and he's not holding back. He's been dissing Musk, saying he's not a true car manufacturer, but basically just a car salesman. He's downplaying Musk's role, and here's a clip showing you exactly what he's saying. Let's play it.
It was interesting to hear Elon Musk at the beginning talk about a zero tariff zone with Europe. He doesn't understand that. And the thing that's, I think, important about Elon to understand, he sells cars. That's what he does. And if you look, for example, at the Tesla factories in Texas, they're assembly plants, and they get a lot of their content from China, Mexico, Japan, and Taiwan and elsewhere.
All right, so Elon Musk fired back, calling Navarro a moron. He tweeted, "Navarro is truly a moron. What he says here is demonstrably false. Tesla has the most American-made cars. Navarro is dumber than a sack of bricks by any definition whatsoever. Tesla is the most vertically integrated auto manufacturer in America, with the highest percentage of U.S. content. Navarro should ask the fake expert he invented, Ron Vera." And then Musk started repeatedly calling Navarro the R word. And this Rolling Stone article, Inside Elon Musk's Gleeful Destruction of the Government, which I mentioned earlier, really paints a picture. It says, "I have been in the same room with Elon, and he always tries to be funny. And he's not funny like at all, says a senior Trump administration official. He makes these jokes and little asides and smiles, and then looks almost hurt if you don't lap up his humor. I keep using the word annoying. A lot of people who have to deal with him do, but the word doesn't do the situation justice. Elon just thinks he's smarter than everyone else in the room and acts like it, even when it's clear he doesn't know what he's talking about. Apparently, Musk has really rubbed a lot of high-ranking administration officials the wrong way. They've even walked out of meetings and wondered if he was high. They joked about mandatory drug testing for him, which Musk himself said would be a great idea for federal employees. A lawyer for Musk says he's regularly and randomly drug tested at SpaceX and has never failed. Talking to the guy is sometimes like listening to a really rusty nail on a chalkboard, says the senior Trump administration official, who adds that Musk is not much of a team player either. He's just the most irritating person I've ever had to deal with, and that is saying something, especially someone who works for Donald Trump. That is saying something. And get this, here's audio of Musk saying in a town hall a while back that electing Trump would bring temporary hardship and pain, though I doubt he expected to bring himself pain. But like I said, karma comes for everyone, even Elon Musk. Play this clip.
We have to reduce spending to live within our means. That necessarily involves some temporary hardship, but it will ensure long-term prosperity.
And let's not forget, it's not just Tesla sales tanking. We're also seeing gains for GM and other automakers. The overall electric vehicle market is actually growing, up about 11% in the first 3 months of the year as traditional car makers roll out new models. That's a sign of people ditching Teslas. Like, I can't be seen driving one of those things anymore. At this point, driving a Tesla is almost a badge of shame, thanks to what Elon Musk has done to the brand. Car buyers are switching to models like the General Motors Chevrolet Equinox EV, which starts around $35,000, and other similar cars. Tesla sales plummeted a massive 76% in Germany last month, and as I mentioned before, China and Europe are teaming up, which is looking like a huge win for BYD. Their stock is skyrocketing. Let me show you this. And here's Trump's former transportation secretary, Sean Duffy, who you might remember from the Real World Road Rules Challenge. He seems to be almost blaming Elon Musk and Doge for cuts, and he definitely brings up the multiple fatal aircraft crashes. Play this clip.
But I want to talk about Doge for a second. Okay, I know there's been a lot of people there's been some freak out, there's been some concern, there's been a lot of emotion. And I would just tell you, do I want to make our government more efficient? Do I want to be able to do a little more with a little less? Because then I put more money into the great work that we do. Yeah, I want to do that. But you can't do that without good people, right? And so, though I want us to be more efficient, I also look, and as I think of Doge cutting things, I don't know about that elsewhere, but we actually build things here, right? You can't cut your way to a new road. You can't cut your way to a new bridge. You can't cut your way into a new air traffic control system. So we're actually going to build in this department. And if I don't, and you don't all build with me, the president's going to come back in probably 4 months and go, where are the roads? Where are the bridges? Where's the airspace revamp? And he's going to give us a very hard time.
And let me just add, there was that helicopter crash this weekend and those airplanes clipping each other. He was speaking in front of the Federal Aviation Administration, Trump's former transportation secretary, speaking to the FAA. And I want to share this scoop from Wired. So, it seems like Elon Musk is making a last-ditch effort here. He's trying to make X, formerly Twitter, the main communication platform between the government and the people. For example, and Wired got this scoop, the Social Security Administration, SSA, will be shifting its public communication exclusively to X. Sources tell Wired this comes as the agency plans to cut its regional office workforce by roughly 90%. Let me be clear, they're cutting the regional Social Security office workforce by 90%. But if seniors want to find out about their benefits, they'll have to join X. Seriously? That's Elon Musk's last grasp, but karma has definitely caught up with him. Oh, and you want to see what a BYD car looks like? Here's a clip from Car Gurus UK on YouTube, showing you what it's like. Play this clip.
The second I sat in it, what astonishes me is that this feels, in every respect, pretty much as good as an Audi or a BMW or Mercedes inside. Compared to a Model S, the interior on this, substantially better in terms of its aesthetic, I believe, and also its perceived quality.
All right, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to hit subscribe.